What's in your mind? Powered by SchwannCandlelight.com. I'm Steve Bakken on KFYR 550, 99.7 FM in Bismarck and Mandan. It is What's on Your Mind, powered by SchwannCandlelight.com. And we are broadcasting live from the North Dakota Petroleum Council in Medora. Tim Fisher from Bakken Energy Services, my co-host today. And joining us now, Dwight Engett from Bakken Staffing. Welcome to the program, gentlemen. Well, there's a lot going on in Bakken Staffing, Division of Command Center Inc. What exactly did you do? I'm assuming the name says itself. You help staff a lot of what is going on in the oil patch. What kinds of employees are you looking for and supplying to some of those different companies?
Bakken Staffing is a full-service staffing company. So we do direct hires, we do temp to hires, we do kind of day labor type work, and we do contract staffing. So pretty much for any type of industry that does work in North Dakota, we work with them. So we work with a lot of energy companies, construction companies, hospitality, food service, virtually any type of position that you need for the state.
We hear the stories about all the jobs that are available in the oil patch in North Dakota. From a staffing standpoint, where are you at with employees? Are you able to have enough employees for these companies that are looking for help?
Right now we're pretty well. We have a great workforce available. We are constantly recruiting. Our company has 60 offices around the United States, 22 states. So we have a great recruiting force, available workers out there to place. We also work with the North Dakota Job Service. There are a lot of people that just come to the state because of the availability of jobs. So we work with them to help place the people on a daily basis while they're looking for work through our own or through us or through Job Service.
Dwight, as a person who stayed several nights in the Walmart parking lot, in my vehicle, and I don't see that ending very soon. But the one thing that I do run into is that people come in here to look for jobs. They may have the qualifications, but the housing issue for them is very critical. What do you say to them about housing? What? Just show up and we'll get you a job and then look for housing. How do you handle that? What do you tell them?
It is the toughest thing for anybody to do is find housing. There are the lodging, the crew lodges, there are the RV parks, there are apartments. I think the availability of new housing is going to be incredible, make that a lot easier, but it's tough, it's very difficult.
I'm a little off track here, but very important. One thing, and one of the reasons I want to have Dwight on here, inside the oil, not only the oil companies, but the service companies, Dwight is instrumental in starting a program in Williston, going across the state, of hiring veterans and also working at supplying housing for veterans. Can you talk a little bit about that?
We are working with a third party. It's a nonprofit group that has worked with returning veterans from Afghanistan and Iraq to help transition them from the military into jobs in the Bakken area. So we're working with a lot of clients, to help provide the housing and the long-term jobs in the oil fields.
So if we have, with the Iraq and Afghanistan veterans, if they got a hold of Bakken Staffing, would you guide them through the process, get them in contact with people inside the housing? Because I know that it's a major goal of yours, and all of us out here, is to thank those that keep us safe, that allows us oil to flow.
Right. And part of this package that they have worked out is that they were approved for a crew lodge in Williston for up to 300 people for veterans. So that is something that will be coming on board over the next 3 to 6 months.
Dwight, if somebody would like to get a hold of you, of course you said you and that is probably one of the best avenues for somebody coming from out of state. Contact Job Service, make sure that first thing they'll tell them, make sure you have your housing lined up. There are a few companies out there that will assist you with housing. When it's available, it's not always readily available. What is the process by which somebody contacts you? Do you have a website? How do you go through Job Service, or what's the best avenue for your hires?
Our website is www.bakkenstaffing.com, and on that it lists 6 of our North Dakota offices. So we have phone numbers and email addresses of all of our offices. So that would be the best way to, reach Bakken staffing.
Would you suggest somebody going through job service? I know you work closely with job service here in North Dakota. Or do they just contact you directly if somebody's looking at coming to North Dakota for a position?
There are so many opportunities, and so I would recommend they try every avenue that they can. I mean, job service is a great source, we're a great source, and we work with job service.
Well, Dwight is, Bakken Staffing is a member of the Bakken Energy Service Team, one of the 33 companies that are working together out here, and I love the team concept. So let's take Target Logistics. Great group out there. I mean, it's about the food, stupid, I believe they say.
Yes, it is.
And as you're driving down the road,
it's good.
Yeah, it makes me jealous when I'm eating something inside of my vehicle and all these Target Logistics guys are down the stage. But
They gained 10 pounds that week.
are you working with groups like that to say, hey, we've got X amount of people coming in looking for jobs, what do you have available?
Well, that's part of, what we try to partner with things that do have the housing. There's the larger man camps or crew lodges, there's the smaller facilities, there's RV parks. So I try to get to know everybody from Minot all the way around Dickinson, so that if I have a client that says I need 50 people, then we try to direct them to the different types of housing that they need. So we're not the housing provider ourselves, but we know who has the housing to direct them to.
So sticking with the team concept, you are working together.
Yes.
Perfect.
That brings up one great point, though. We can't rely on a winter like we had last year. That RV park aspect of that, probably not viable in a normal winter in North Dakota, which does make such an incredible crunch on that housing situation even more exacerbated.
That's exactly why they have to do the research and make their plans before they get here.
Dwight, give your website one more time so people can get a hold of you.
It is www.bakkenstaffing.com.
Thank you very much, Dwight Enget, Bakken Staffing. Make sure you check them out if you're looking for a job in the oil patch. That's a great place to go. I'm Steve Bakken, broadcasting live from the North Dakota Petroleum Council here in Medora. Their annual meeting. What a great event this is. Coming up next, we're going to talk with Ron Ness, president of the North Dakota Petroleum Council. Coming up next, I'm Steve Bakken, broadcasting with my co-host Tim Fisher of Bakken Energy Services on KFYR 550.
Well, Southwest should be coming to Dickinson's under base. That's why we want that to happen.
It's okay, it's a vinyl chair. Sure. Just do some Carol Burnett tug, you'll be fine.
So I don't know what kind of we're going to kind of
One thing I can say about this guy, not just because he's here as part of the Bakken Energy Service, that guy works. We're at the Bakken or at the Wilson Basin show. He's on. He's constantly sending emails. They go to our website. People ask. I send them. I mean, they're taking care of it.
Everything away for.
Oh, really?
We've had a year ago. Yeah. And so I said, can I stop by and see it the next week? I stopped by and see it, and he got time. He says, she's on me this weekend.
That's interesting.
So he said, can we put you on our website so we can direct all